Hey, hello, I am Jamie East.
And I am Alice Brine.
And this is the Celebrity Trenches Weekly Dick Splash, the podcast that dissects the madness and the joy of celebrity culture and brings our hot takes on the sparkling world of showbiz. Here's the incoming meteorites of news we're tracking on our celebrity radar this week.
Ariana Grande is going to be taking a step back from visibility after she completes her Eternal Sunshine tour, which comes to London this month for a 10-night residency at the O2.
Bruno Mars was selling audio-only tickets at his recent Wembley gigs, but you couldn't see him. Not because the stage is miles away, it's because the view was absolute dog shit. Is this refreshing transparency from venues and artists, or just a bit of a piss take? We decide.
And we've urgent share news. No, not that one. But Alicia Silverstone is returning to our screens because Clueless is back. But this time it's a TV series. Can it live up to the original? And Luke Littler is going to host a new Netflix series where you have to beat him at darts.
Is Olivia Attwood the most honest celebrity on socials right now? Alice has got a theory. It's all coming up in today's Celebrity Trenches Weekly Dick Splash, which starts right after this.
Sorry, don't want to interrupt for too long. Can you just do me a favour? Can you just hit the like button or the subscribe button or the follow button, whichever one you can see. Doesn't matter which. Thanks very much. Right, carry on.
The big story at the moment, we've literally woken up to it today, actually, is Ariana Grande. You're aware of Ariana Grande, right? We're all aware
Yes.
of Ariana Grande. Her people have been talking to People magazine. I guess that's where People talk to, is that they officially have to talk to People magazine. And have just said that Ariana is taking a break and a step back from visibility, which sounds very Avengers-esque, after she completes her Eternal Sunshine tour dates, because her appearance in a recent music video have led to endless, ongoing public scrutiny, right? She's still going to be doing her London gigs, which start, I think, the week after next on the 15th of August. She's doing a 10-night residency at the O2. And also, she was going to do a play in the Barbican in 2027 called Sunday in the Park with George, and that was going to be with Jonathan Bailey, who I think she was in Wicked with, but she's had to pull out of that now. Now, she has come in for under fire by fans and kind of like what the papers would describe as worried onlookers about her health. Has been a topic of speculation over the years. Thoughts, Alice Brine?
I find it really hard to talk about because it's also very clearly like just none of our business. She's always under scrutiny about how she looks. She's been under scrutiny about everything she does for years and years and years.
It feels like an easy way out, actually. It feels like, okay, we can remove ourselves from this conversation. It feels as though that kind of discourse is being used as a slight scapegoat, when clearly she needs to just go away. And I'm going to say, look, and I know, I'm aware that by talking about it, we're part of the problem, right? And there's no way around that. And I think actually this discourse that people talk about, a lot of it seems to be pointing to the YouTube comments of her latest video, which is Petal, which is a fucking work of art. It's an incredible music video. So here's a couple of the comments, and let me know what you think, Alice. So, oh my God, I can't even enjoy the music. She just looks so sick. This was a hard watch. I cried throughout this entire video. And then someone called Coachello said, there is a vast difference between unwanted commentary in female bodies and a genuine concern for someone's health. And I think that kind of sums it up.
Yeah, I think that's the uncomfortableness about it. And I think because it presents itself in weight, when it's about someone's weight, like I don't really have the source or the chops to like really know how to articulate how we should be speaking about this.
And actually, you know, commenting on someone being underweight is equally as offensive about commenting on someone being overweight, right? Some people just find it very, very difficult to maintain a weight either end of the spectrum, right? Yeah. Like you say, if the analogy was anything else other than weight, then people would quite happily kind of comment on it and say, hey, girl, like, go get better.
And then you get like this is what's so crazy about the headlines is they're like, click on the following links we wrote. We've written 16 a day. So you can learn more about the public scrutiny that's caused her to do this. And it's like, fuck. But also like, I would love to hear from an expert. I don't know what that expert is and how are we supposed to react in a situation like this? Are we supposed to buy tickets to this show? Like, or what are we all like? I don't know. Like, how are we supposed to act?
And you know, I just hope that, look, we wish her well.
Yes, same. Do you remember it with Britney? And she did that song, I miss American Dream since I was 17. And she at the time was like, I think dealing with mental health issues. But that was another video that was like that, where the lyrics were just about like how much pressure she was being put under and how much scrutiny she was being put under. And then as you watch the video, you were also like, fuck, what is this industry and what is this world and what is it like to live in that? I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't wish on my worst enemy, really.
I watched that video, and amazing video, very expensive video. You don't really see videos like this anymore. And yet all I came away thinking about was like, oh, she does not look great.
No,
and there was even people smoking in the video. It's the Lord's year of 2026. What's happening?
God, I do wish they'd bring back smoking on television. And also Love Island was fucking so good when they could drink and smoke.
And Big Brother, if you can't sit outside on some plastic kind of like garden furniture, smoking 20 Embassy number ones while some reality TV star fucking loses their shit in the next room, what is life, Alice?
Oh God, it was
What is
good.
life?
It was good.
We've all made lifelong friends
In the smoking area.
space of 30 minutes of a smoking area that we've never seen again.
Yep, exactly.
I once made friends with
life-changing.
Joe Lycett in a smoking area.
Really? I love Joe Lycett.
We all bonded in the smoking area at the Brit Awards one year. I've got absolutely no idea why. And that friendship has bloomed and blossomed over years and resulted in me never speaking to him again until I wanted free tickets for his show, which he gladly gave me. Thank you, Joe
I bet
Lycett.
he did.
You are a gem.
No, he is so great. He's got a new tour coming out, doesn't he?
Great. Then it'll be the second time I get in touch with him since smoking at the Brits. Perfect. There we go. That's how you pivot away to smoking area chat. Welcome to Celebrity Trenches.
Speaking of men being men, Bruno Mars
Bruno Mars, he's a man being a man.
is at Wembley with what is called audio-only tickets.
This is my Bruno Mars The Romantic Tour cap. I went to see him, when was that? My God, it feels like a lifetime ago. 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah, amazing. Well, he's got another world tour, and for the first time, the organisers are selling no-view audio-only tickets. So,
Right.
unlike previous restricted view seats, these tickets don't offer a view of the stage or the stadium screens. They're purely just for fans who want to experience the music live. So, this to me sounds like, you know how people will come and have their own little concert outside the stadium for Taylor Swift?
Yeah, the tailgate.
It sounds like they're like charging for that. It's 56 quid. And the seats are, they're located in the upper sections of the stadium.
So if it's the ones I'm thinking of, so I mean, it's
Completely
they're right,
obstructed
where the
views.
stage is at the end. A lot of it has got to do with actually the Bruno Mars concert. Which did I speak about this before? I think I probably did a little bit.
Maybe.
Where I went to watch it, and I have to say, he's brilliant, like really, really good.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, when we go to watch Harry Styles with his kind of like he's basically running a half marathon while he's singing around those kind of catwalks, and then you've got your Coldplays who you have got your wristbands and all of the rest of it. Take that, resurrected a 20-year-old stadium tour with elephants and hot air balloons and stuff for the circus tour recently. When you're spending upwards of like 150, 180, 200 quid on just a basic ticket, right? To turn up to Bruno Mars, which I did, and it feel like a concert in the 80s, not necessarily for all the right reasons, I kind of felt a bit pissed off, really, because it's like just one stage at the end of the stadium with no bells and whistles in terms of staging. It felt like an arena show plonked in a stadium. And so therefore, it's not just a case of, well, there's an experience at some point for everybody in the stadium, which is what Harry Styles does. There's the second stage so that people at the back get a bit more of an intimate experience, all the rest of it. For Bruno Mars, there's none of that. So for the people right like perpendicular to the stage on either side, they put screens on the side of the stage so that they could at least see something. And I presume that's what they're talking about here. Unless they go even further round, you don't even get the screens.
Do you know what? If the tickets were a tenner for that, I'd be like, all right, cool. Like, do a little ballot system. It's £10, and then like the first, I guess there's probably only like 100 of them. The first 100 that get in, crash the website, cool, they get it. Then I'm down. 56 quid-ish for that is a mingin, man. Like,
I think I agree with you on that,
I went to the streets at Ali Pali, and I think the tickets all up was £60 for the actual streets. Grand don't come for free.
Yeah.
Cool to charge a tenner, but it's not cool to charge 120 New Zealand dollars. I put it in
And
New
you
Zealand
can-
dollars to make it worse.
But also, there's a good hack available, right? Because when you go to Wembley Stadium or you go to any of these stadium shows, if you play it really thick, I reckon you could see the whole of the Bruno Mars show from the entrance to every kind of like area in Wembley Stadium. You can walk up there, kind of looking a bit dim, staring at your phone, kind of standing like just showing it to the stewards. So I reckon you can kind of buy one of those 56 quid tickets and probably get down into the pit.
Yeah, honestly, I reckon you could.
I don't
especially-
encourage it. I don't endorse it. I'm just saying you probably could. Alice, talk to me about, and this is going to be one of those slightly embarrassing things where I admit that I've never watched The Devil Wears Prada and all that kind of stuff. I've never seen Clueless, despite being a film critic for 6 years. Can you run me through why Clueless is so good and what it's about?
So Clueless is a masterpiece.
1995 it came out.
So cinematically, it's beautiful and so colorful, and the wardrobe immediately is just epically memorable. And it's a comedy about Valley Girl high school in that peak California era of the US. But really, really, everybody is a really funny comedic parody of the person they pretty much actually are in real life. So the actors, they just do it so well. Like Alicia Silverstone did Valley Girl so well. Like it's
This
both-
isn't the Tina Fey one, is it? That was Mean Girls.
No, that's Mean
right?
Girls. But the way she
Right,
plays
okay.
it is like you're watching it and you're both laughing at the parody she's doing of being like, as if, but you're also watching it going, oh my God, you're aspirational. Like, I want to be you, even though you're parodying. And then Brittany Murphy's in it, and she has this iconic moment where she sings, "You're a virgin who can't drive." Like, it's just, there's so many fucking
You're a
amazing
what?
moments. You're a virgin who can't drive. That's one of her fucking iconic lines.
That's a good one.
And she does "Rolling with the Home." Anyway, it is just a really iconic kind of coming of age Hollywood high school film, and they are dining out on that. What is it? 30 years later? What? Fuck knows how many years. And they're going to do a reboot as not a film, but as a TV series, and they're bringing back Alicia Silverstone. But are they bringing back Paul Rudd? Are they bringing back? Well, they can't bring back Brittany Murphy. Rest in peace. God, she was phenomenal. The guy
Was Paul Rudd in it? Was he? Was Paul Rudd in it?
Cool.
Cool.
Paul Rudd. So the bit I forgot to mention is the slight incestuous relationship with Paul Rudd.
Okay.
So her dad's this businessman. He's hilarious, and the dad's dating someone, and she's ended up with a stepbrother who's he's a bit older than her. Like, he's 21 and she's 18. And then by the end of it, they end up, but they kind of, the way the movie does it, I remember not finding it that weird. But it's because it's they only just met, really. It's not like they grew up together or anything like that.
That was quite a classic kind of 90s movie. There were quite a few TV series / films that had that kind of misunderstanding moment where it's just where either a stepfather and the boyfriend of the mum almost gets off with the daughter before they realize who each other are, and kind of Crazy Stupid Love was kind of a similar kind of thing to that. That was quite a common trope, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's also minging, because when you think about the timeline, right, you've got all these 90s movies like that coming out, and everything was VHS, and then we went to DVD, and then the internet happens, porn happens, and the number one subject on there is stepsister hookup porn. It's you minging male directors all just wanted your little fucking kink. And you went, you know what? I've got a bit of budget. Let me rope it into my movie, and then that'll be cool. And now I know, you just know every one of them is Googling that shit.
Okay. So my problem with, not that I've seen Clueless, so I have no skin in the Clueless game, but I cannot think of an example. Cue everyone giving me a great example. I cannot think of an example when a reboot has actually worked properly.
No,
can you?
No, there's been parody remakes. I think the Brady Bunch is a fucking amazing example. Remember how the Brady Bunch did a film and it was a parody of the Brady Bunch TV show?
Right, I don't, but carry on.
That was phenomenal.
Okay.
So that was amazing.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm worried it's going to be on Netflix and get the Netflix treatment, which is I don't know what, I don't want to shame Netflix because I really want to get Netflix special one day, but there's something that happens to amazing directors and amazing storytellers when their shit has to get put on Netflix and it just becomes a wash of boring, same. And I'm like, why is this so bad? I fear it could be that.
I'm thinking of like the Indiana Jones, where they kind of rebooted that. That was dog shit. There've been a couple recently. There was Ryan Gosling tried to reboot The Fall Guy, which was like an amazing 80s kind of series about a guy called Colt Seavers who was a stuntman. It was very kitsch and very daft and very funny and like amazing. And that got rebooted and was, as predicted, absolute dog shit. It was just like nothing. There was also the He-Man movie, like Masters of the Universe, came out this year. I think didn't do as badly as people expected it to do because it kind of played into the campness of it all. But generally, reboots don't work. There are a couple of exceptions. Ocean's 11 was a reboot of an old Rat Pack movie. And that, like, just did fucking phenomenal business. You know, it kind of really gave George Clooney a franchise to get his teeth into and, you know, was really on point. Planet of the Apes has had like a bumpy journey to success. So it started off as like the campest, kitschest kind of like 70s kind of movies with Charlton Heston, with that classic scene at the end where he's kind of like finds the Statue of Liberty on the beach. He's like, no! That got resurrected by Tim Burton and was awful. But then it got resurrected, it got rebooted again when CGI really took over. So Andy Serkis kind of brought that back. And really
it was James Franco.
And that was, yeah, well, don't talk about James Franco.
Do you know what?
If you say his name three times, he'll appear with an alien autopsy.
I'm going to say I liked the James Franco Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
It was great.
I liked it.
Really, really good. But they were the good ones, right?
But
Tron, arguably, but there hasn't. But you know, to turn this into a TV series, is there enough material, or are they just leaning into the kind of aesthetic of it to kind of branch out, or are they? Because it was based on Emma, right? The actual like Clueless was a kind of remake of Emma.
Oh, I don't even know what Emma is.
Emma is an old Jane Austen novel, I think, isn't? Unless someone's going to tell me.
Oh.
Yeah. So Emma's a Jane Austen novel. So the storyline was a reboot of Jane Austen. So, but my question is there enough material in the plot of the film to eke out a whole TV series? Or are they just taking the kind of aesthetic in the 90s retroisms and characters to stretch an elastic band to the moon?
Well, yeah, it's called a continuation 30 years later. But the way you said aesthetic, this is what's been bugging me out and pissing me off about so much right now. And there's a bit of dialogue
Happy to
about
help.
it.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. There's a bit of dialogue about it, like on social media, but the way that everything is being made is just completely lost its joy and aesthetic and saturation and color. So Clueless has a hue up to max 90. Every single part of that grading is maximum yellow, maximum blue, maximum orange. It is so vibrant to watch. And then you go and everything that's coming out right now, it's especially on Netflix. I mean, Apple TV have some exceptions, I will say. But they're just they're grey washed. Like everything looks like, you know, when you watch a Nivea commercial and they splash their face with water and it's white and blue and grey and white and blue and grey. Like everything looks like that. And I'm just worried. I'm just picturing the opening shot and it's Alicia Silverstone and she owns a business.
Oh, I see.
And it's a fashion fucking website and the tables are glass and her suit is grey and the hallway is grey and she gets into the grey elevator. Oh, and then she's still wearing a little nod to her iconic plaid blazer, but it's just one brooch. And even that is like mustard now. It's not even bright yellow anymore.
Maybe she's lost her spark and like that's how, maybe that's the start of it. And she needs a bit of Barbification.
I just want someone to put out a series that is full saturation like it used to be in the 90s with the color and the grading and just like make it really, really loud, because I think if it doesn't have that, it's not going to have its appeal. It was like so appealing because of how it looked. So I think that has to come with it. Otherwise, we're all going to be pissed off.
Yeah. No, okay. Well, we hold out hope.
I'm going to watch it.
And is it original cast? Is Alicia back? Is Paul
Alicia's
signed
back.
up? Do we know? Yeah. Oh, okay. Fine. Have faith. Have faith. Alice.
I'm excited for it, but I just please give it a big, gorgeous, colourful treatment. So, Jamie, in 2026, the most in 2026, the most believable celebrity might not be the one who looks like they have the perfect lifestyle. It actually might be the one being authentic and brave enough to show us their real life.
I love authentic and brave with my celebrities. I can't get enough of it.
I fucking love authenticity and bravery with my celebs. But I want to talk about Olivia Attwood because she recently, if I may, popped the hell off on Instagram stories. And it was, to me, one of the most refreshing moments we've had in years. So basically, she's going through a separation or divorce from her footballer ex-husband, Bradley Dack is his name.
Which is perfect said in a Kiwi accent.
Anyway, so she's going through a separation or divorce with that. And she's been quite honest on stories every now and then. She's like written a little, she's done some alluding to, which I always love alluding to, a couple of captions on photos that are some song lyrics that just so happen to also say something in those lyrics, like, my husband cheated on me and I found out. Like, it's like really nice alluding tos. But if you've been watching Olivia's Instagram story, she's recently been in Ibiza having the time of her life. And she's got off the plane. Then you see on her Instagram story, she's like, big shoot today. And I'm like, girl, you've just come back from Ibiza. This is crazy. And she's got to do a big modeling shoot. Then she just posts on stories a picture of, it's just some furniture in the living room. And she just captions it something like, and it's just so honest. And she just goes, yeah, well, everybody lied to my face. They said I didn't need to worry, but at least I haven't been the professional bench warmer I claimed I wasn't for the last 4 fucking years. It was something like that.
Alice, having tapped into my superior football knowledge, aka done a quick Google search, the bench warmer thing could also be relative to Bradley Dick being injured. And apparently, I'm told when footballers are injured, they are on what's known in the trade as the subs bench. So he's been keeping the subs bench warm, as in a bench warmer. That's my football correspondents are being in touch now and are saying, remarkable. That's what it could be as well. But there's a multitude. We all know Olivia is multifaceted. This is just another great example of that.
I think it might be one of the greatest fucking digs of all time then, because she's calling possibly them both professional bench warmers at the same time. So they're meant for each other. Banging.
It's like Keats.
It literally is. It's Byron, this. It is poetry. She keeps unfolding. She posts a picture, stunning, beautiful photo of her doing her modeling thing. And she goes, I should be given an award for keeping my shit together when I'm in the fucking trenches. So a celebrity trenches shout out is what I took that to be. And then she posts another video and she's with a good friend of hers and they're at like a mall or like a really fancy shopping place. And so anyway, I'm going to Louboutin. And then she goes to Louboutin and just buys like a stunning pair of, oh my God, gorgeous green heels. And she chucks her trainers in the bin. There's some fucking honesty going on. We're bringing back a bit of messiness. We're bringing back the trenches. And why I wanted to make a point about it is because you'll be shocked at how little you can post on social media anymore without getting absolutely just hammered for it. I'm talking about like the basics. So can you imagine for Olivia with her millions and how much the Sun and the Daily Mail and all those publications just absolutely love to just make a headline out of anything?
A revelation on Instagram stories is the new town crier, right? It's the new kind of hear ye, hear ye. If you remember Brooklyn Beckham, when Brooklyn Beckham dropped his kind of Instagram story about the evil kind of mafia of his parents, like how quickly everybody rushed that account because you know that it's finite, right? You know that they're going to run out like pretty soon. And so Olivia, look, let's she's happy with Pete Wicks now, right? So she's like, it's not like she's past the kind of crying into a coffee kind of bit.
I just want to say, like, thank you, Olivia, for giving us that treat. Anyway.
Do you have that inescapable confidence that most men have in their lives, where they watch something that has taken someone many years to master and just think, yeah, I can fucking do that?
Unfortunately, I do have that quality, which makes me pretty insufferable to be around as a woman. But I'm on a plane and I'm like, I could land it if we needed that. I could pull that off.
You know what? There was a great Instagram video the other day that taught you through a step-by-step of landing an A320 jumbo jet at JFK. I only bookmarked it just in case.
Yeah, brilliant.
You never know. You never know. It's gonna, it's shit like that that's gonna get me my knighthood. But like, I countless times have begrudged paying a skilled tradesman hundreds of pounds for something that I'm convinced I could do myself, like, for example, plastering or very dangerous electrical work or like plumbing, and have immediately regretted it and realized, Jamie, you're barely good at turning a podcast mic on. What makes you think you can irrigate an entire water system at your house? Netflix has designed a show specifically for twats like us, right? It's called, very simply, Beat Luke Littler. So you're aware of Luke Littler? He's the guy that is 17 years old. He looks 56.
Yep.
He looks like he's been brought up on a diet of nothing but Benson and Hedges, gravy and crisps.
Yep.
But
is
he
it Greg's
is also,
black card?
Yeah. He's also a phenomenal darts player. He clearly, like, as like parents of like the guy Venus and Serena's dad, like King William, that Will Smith did a show about.
Yes.
There was Judy Murray, who's Andy Murray's, like, Tiger Woods' parents, Lewis Hamilton's parents, all of these kind of phenomenally driven parents who give up their lives for the benefit of their kids' athletic ability. Well, Luke Littler's parents, no idea who they are. They're probably only about 35. Have done the same, but with darts, which for me is just brilliant, because it's all they've done is basically bring their kid to the pub all the time with them. Though I'm sure it's a bit more detailed than that. However, he's a phenomenal talent. Has won like the world championship, I think, twice. I think he's just and also like he's the meme. Is like the meme king of darts. Netflix are offering a reward to beat Luke Littler in a single round of 501. The reward is £501,000 or dollars. Right, so
brilliant,
great, really good format, really good gimmick. What do you think about that? Could you is that something that you would fancy a go at yourself? Are you a darts gal?
I absolutely love that as a format, because I think when you're watching darts, you think every one of them is just some guy from the pub. You're like, there's no way this is like professional Venus Williams level training. No way.
Yeah.
And it actually is, but it is just training at the pub. So I love that. I really, really love that. And then I actually think, I could give it a good crack, because I played darts once when I was in Japan on a digital dartboard, and I played with my friend Sam, and he was super excited. He was like, I'm really good at darts. Let me take this darts place, man. Like, it's going to be sweet. Don't worry. And then I fucking smoked him under the table, and it was a complete fluke, because I'm literally holding the dart like a fist and just going like that with absolutely zero technique. And for some fucking reason, it just kept going exactly where it needed to go, as if it was rigged with some sort of magnet system, and I won. So I could beat Luke Littler. I'm that good.
Well, Netflix, just write her the check now. I'm the same when I watch the Winter Olympics. Like the which is the one where they just basically lie on a tin tray really still and do nothing except go down an ice path. The skeleton, maybe, like where they do nothing but wear like an aerodynamic helmet, some unbecoming lycra. All they do is lie down and just stay as still as possible. I could do that.
100%.
Like, no, I mean, I might have to lose 5.5 stone, and but I reckon I could do that.
Weightlifting is one I reckon I could absolutely fucking tear up. Every time I'm at the gym, I'm like, I should just do powerlifting. I have some sort of genetic build. No. You should. I'm strong. It's weird.
Okay.
It's
Well,
really
but I would
cooked.
end up like one of those Instagram fails where the guy picks up the weights and immediately pisses his pants. Like, have you seen those ones? You seen those ones where they pick it up and they're like, slosh.
And just like flattens like a piece of paper. Yeah.
I'd be like, no, turns out that was a bit more difficult than I thought. Sorry about that, Mum. Yeah.
So good.
But I think we should have more like that. And I think it should be, it's similar to like the fans when they get invited on stage to sing with their heroes. We've all seen the shit ones where there's like these child prodigies that have like, it's clearly an arrangement between the record companies. All of a sudden this like 6-year-old gets up on stage and can like shred the guitar. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the ones where Gaga or Beyonce invites the fans up to like sing along with them. And the fans in their mind are like, this is my fucking moment. This is it. And they open their mouth and it's like they've honked 1,000 geese.
Yeah.
And, that is what I'm talking about. Is that innate sense of entitlement and self-belief that has been the ruin of many a people. So I'm all for that. I could not beat Luke Littler, but what do I think I could do? Yeah, I think I could beat Dave Grohl in a drumming competition.
Do you actually?
I really. Yeah.
I'd watch it. I reckon.
Like,
Well,
double or quits, Dave. If I
Does he
lose,
have both arms or just one?
No, like Jen up, like next to each other, a bit like when Will Ferrell and Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers did a face off on Jimmy Fallon. It'd be like that. It'd be Dave Grohl next to me. If I lose, he has to host Celebrity Trenches, but if I win, I fucking get the Foo Fighters. I think that's a pretty good bet.
I don't want to host this with fucking Dave Grohl. Oh, bro. Oh, I see you're wearing a Metallica t-shirt. Name one song. It's just going to be that over and over and over and over.
Oh, all right. I won't do that then. I won't embarrass Dave Grohl.
By winning, thank God.
Yeah. We do have lots of comments this week. Do you remember last week when we actually got a WhatsApp from
Yes.
from TrenchDog001, and we were just like, my God, thanks for the WhatsApp voice note. But we didn't know her name. They got in touch, said, oh my God, I'm TrenchDog001, aka Catherine. I didn't even know about leaving my name. Not from Leeds originally, from Scarborough, but live near Leeds. Please don't get cancelled, as I love your podcasts. Your cat will be winging its way to you, TrenchDog001, aka Catherine. For those of you who also want a cap, and if you want to be anointed TrenchDog002, all you got to do is go to WhatsApp 0779 665 7512. Start your message with trenches. And don't forget to tell us your names. We also get lots of comments on Spotify as well, and actually we keep forgetting to mention them. So we've got a few of those now. If you listen or watch this on Spotify, you can comment, and we do read them. So Quinner, who's a long-time listener, loved the Latitude review. Someone buy self-esteem a pint. If you remember, that's because she frightened all of the parents by talking about pegging at 4:00 in the afternoon. Also, we talked about Holly's YouTube last week, and quite a few people have got in touch. So Quinn has said, Holly's YouTube won't work because her demographic haven't moved to YouTube yet. Piers Morgan's demographic have. A fun podcast that was filmed might have worked better for Holly. She isn't original enough to go it alone. Oof.
I disagree with the second part, but the first part's really interesting. I don't know if her audience have moved to YouTube. So it's almost like she needs to build a new audience from within YouTube. That's going to be interesting to kind of watch unfold.
Yeah, the Holly discourse though has rumbled all week. Like it's been a lot of flack. Beefy Steam Pig, who is my favorite username ever. Imagine, let's just dwell on that name for a minute. Like you're there, oh, it's asking me for a username. Like, oh, fucking hell, what do I use? Like, I know, Beefy Steam Pig. What a great username. They said, interesting how Team Holly are doing everything to avoid calling it a podcast, which is what essentially it is. I'm not sure that's true, actually, Beefy Steam Pig. I think it is. It's been very much designed as a YouTube show. But also Ant and Dec got 500,000 views on YouTube for episode 1 alone. Holly is on about 90,000. It's not bad, but will be interesting to see if it grows. I'd have thought it might have a bit more cut through with all the promo. I mean, it's a very... YouTube figures are very, very difficult to judge, right, on week 1.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't take, too much on like viewers. Also, like, comparing it to Ant and Dec is slightly difficult because Ant and Dec's first episode's been around for a long time now. So it's had time to accumulate those views. It didn't get 500,000 on the first day. So that's a little bit of what I'm going to describe as extremely boring chat for you there, Beefy Steve.
I liked it.
Thank you.
So there was some nice comments. Well, not nice. Well, there was also some comments on TikTok about the cancellation thing. Someone called Scholar1977 who said Tyra Banks, she kept saying the toxicity was nothing to do with her, but she was an executive producer.
And we talked about my chat about the Jim Henson funeral kind of kicked off on, well, not kicked off, but people really responded to it. Someone called Necessary Huckleberry, do they know Steamy Beef Pig? It feels like they should know each other. Has been on. Their entire page is dedicated to puppeteering, and they said about the funeral, it was one of the most earnest and profound moments of public grief I've ever seen. If you've not seen the footage on YouTube, watch it.
Yeah, that was sad.
And that was the thing. We talked about Bonnie Tyler's live streaming of funerals. Remember that? We were a bit like, who the fuck wants to do that? Well, there's a website in Ireland that will give you a live stream of every funeral taking place. The problem is, though, like if they introduced that in England, that people would start being ultra competitive. It's like, if only there was a way of like letting you know from beyond the grave. It's like, get the Ouija board out after the funeral and go, Jamie, you'll be delighted to know you had 132,000 live streams, which was 5,000 more than the rest is entertainment.
Yeah. Imagine finding out your live stream, your stats were down compared to like a video you did last week.
Fuck, it was the last chance saloon as well. Yeah. Amazing. Alice, how can people get in touch?
Lots of different ways. You can follow us on Instagram at Celebrity Trenches, or you can email us via hello@celebritytrenches.com, or as Jamie said earlier, WhatsApp voice note with your name, 077-966-57512. And
lovely stuff.
Don't forget to tell us your name.
Please.
Other than that, there's a new episode that comes out every Wednesday.
And we will be looking forward to that. Alice Brine, we'll see you in the studio next week. We'll be back together again where we belong.
Lovely. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Congratulations, you made it right to the end. If you liked it that much, why not watch another one? And while you're here, if you're on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're watching on Spotify, hit the follow button. On either of them, you can leave us a comment. I do read them all, so be kind. And if you want to leave us a cheeky WhatsApp voice note, the number is in the show notes. Thanks very much.